Cardio is hard. I always do that every session for over 30 minutes because I am trying to lose weight. I always struggle doing the elliptical machine until one day I decided to play a certain piece of music. Dragon Crisis OP. That was the first thing that made me push myself, and god damn it slapped so much it made me use 100% of my power, killing the elliptical machine and completing the workout through and through until the music ends. So like 4.5 minutes. So what am I gonna do? I was demotivated until the song popped into my head. The music that will push me through the workout. Straight Jet. Listening to Straight Jet unlocked my power, giving me Infinite Stratos. Yeah, we're talking about Infinite Stratos. Bum bum dun 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 dun. I don't remember the last time I watched Infinite Stratos. It's probably been over 5 years ago, maybe 2013, 2014. I barely remember anything other than the obvious best girl and cool suits and armor. Oh yeah, I remember having Cecilia as my wallpaper in my dead iPad for quite a while. I really liked it enough to put it as my wallpaper. But is Infinite Stratos a really good show? I mean, at 11 to 12, it is one of my favorite shows because actions, girls, and... So I'm going back to my roots of anime and see one of the first harem shows I've watched and see if it's a good anime or not. So let's speedrun the plot. Also, I'm only gonna cover season 1 because it makes it easier to do stuff. Maybe I'll review season 2 in another time. So yeah, okay, 3, 2, 1. Unknown Octium goes to a special school for Infinite Stratos which only women can pilot. Because being the main character, he can also pilot the IS. I'm gonna stick with IS for the rest of the plot. He's in the same class as the childhood friend Broom. Later found out Broom was sharing the same room. She gets mad at Yu-Gi-Oh because of Yu-Gi-Oh's power of Ichika. I will elaborate this after the plot summary. Next day, they pick the class reps and 2 candidates are Yu-Gi-Oh and Rich Thought. Yu-Gi-Oh made fun of British people and she gets mad. Yu-Gi-Oh's personal IS hasn't arrived, so he trains Kendo with Broom until he gets to fight for the class rep against Rich Thought. When ISS arrives, he fights with Rich Thought and loses because energy runs out. Rich Thought fell in love and gave him the handle to him. Next day, Sweet and Sour Pork transferred in a different class and claims to be Yu-Gi-Oh's second childhood friend. Both Talk and Broom and Rich Thought gets jealous. Sweet and Sour Pork found out that he is sharing a room with Broom and tries to be roommates with Yu-Gi-Oh with the promise. Power of Ichika made her mad, so she challenged him into class IS tournament to settle it with a promise. They fight but get stopped by Out of Force IS and both try to beat it and the machine stopped working. Broom and Yu-Gi-Oh split up because adolescent opposite sex in the same room and Reverse Astolfo transfers to school. Then Rich Thought and Sweet and Sour Pork fights Fiona to impress Yu-Gi-Oh but they lose. Broom asks Yu-Gi-Oh for lunch date but Yu-Gi-Oh brought the crew. Very intense scene happens. Next day Hitler transfers and slaps Yu-Gi-Oh for reasons. Time passes and whoops, a nipple shot. Reverse Astolfo is a girl. Then girls bicker for a long time and Reverse Astolfo teams up with Yu-Gi-Oh to fight Broom and Hitler in interclass tourney. The Yu-Gi-Oh team almost won but Hitler went haywire but Yu-Gi-Oh stepped in and stopped it. Reverse Astolfo reveals he is a she and Hitler claims Yu-Gi-Oh to be her wife. Then women bicker more and Broom gets her own IS from a comedian. And then unnamed IS gets haywired and they get tasked to stop it. They only sent Yu-Gi-Oh and Broom to fight it and they lost. Then they get the loveless loser team and beat it. After they defeat it, the women bicker again. The end. I tried to shorten it by getting rid of the bickering and nonsense that happened a lot in IS, although I do actually enjoy those the most out of everything in the anime. They're usually the more fun parts of the show just because I love the characters actually try to fight for the man instead of being friends and say, let's work together so we can all get the main character or something other stupid stuff like that. I like the aggression in women. Too bad they wasted on a dense person, but I will talk about him later. I haven't seen this show in a while so I don't remember much, but damn. The animation is not the best. Feels like a standard mediocre B-grade animation until it gets to the mecha scenes. Honestly, I did not expect CGI, but damn. It does not look great, but I do enjoy it more than I actually should. Though it does not look the best, It has high energy animation with camera shots that only can be achieved by using CGI. I have to say, I don't care about the quality of the models as much. If they can make them move well, then I'm okay with it. And they delivered. I prefer it over the fight scenes that are drawn with PowerPoint or low movement fight scenes. So other than IS fighting scenes, the animation is serviceable. What's also serviceable is the plot. I have nothing to say about it. I think I truly lost focus in everything in episode 11 and onwards, so that might be the reason why I don't actually remember some of the plots. I just feel like when there is a story, it just falls flat. That might also be the reason why I don't have many memories of this show, apart from the characters and a amount of trashy but enjoyable banter with girls fighting. There was one surprise in the whole show. There was a nipple shot in the anime. It legit shook me. I wasn't expecting to have one, but hey, I'm not complaining, but overall, it's a show that exists. I feel like if they didn't try on the plot or any tension, I would enjoy it more with the characters messing around in their everyday life. But hey, this was originally a novel, so they have to have a plot. I did talk about having enjoyment from the characters, so let's just get right into it. Ichika classifies a tier 1 level dense person. He's extremely stupid to the point where women who clearly love him cannot get their thoughts across. I swear, if you say I love you to him, he would never notice. That makes me really love him. The level of denseness he has is so strong, he is managing to crack me up by his pure stupidity. I salute to him. But I do feel bad of the physical abuse he gets because of his incompetence in women. Which goes back to the power I named after him, Power of Ichika. Ichika is the most famous dense character because of his power of not knowing how girls are feeling around him. Anytime an anime character tries to be lovey-dovey to the main protag, the power of Ichika will most likely activate, blocking their will to know what the women want. That power should be a compliment to him. I would love to be his friend. Okay, that's enough of that because there isn't any other male character in IS. So let's just get right into the female characters with who is, I can't really want to shout out, Best Girl. Today we have the contestants Hawkeye, Cecilia, Lynn, Charlotte, Laura, and Chifuyu. I was originally going to put the other characters like the name classmate and the green hair teacher, but I just want to simplify it and just only put the main characters, which also includes Ichika's sister. No instant elimination today, so we're just going to go straight to the contestants. Hawkeye's a stern and disciplined girl. Though she's not great at talking, her body will be quite interesting to explore. She can blow you away with her skills in kendo, which means she knows how to handle with swords. It's for the guys who love a girl who can handle a good Cecilia is just a rich British noble. She has every trait from any TV show, movie, or any other media that shows a British female noble. Her IS is really cool, which is the reason why I had her as one of my wallpaper back then. If you're into British people, then there you go. I honestly have nothing to say about her. Lin or Lin Ying, I think I got that right, is an energetic, competitive girl who would never want to accept defeat. That's a good thing and a bad thing. She is very impulsive and quite annoying. Not gonna lie, she is too aggressive for my liking. If you like tsunderes and aggressive people, or you're a masochist, here's your girl. Charlotte is kind-hearted, slow-to-anger girl who is always here for you, even on your toughest days. She is one of two people with tsundere not being their personality. I would love to get pampered by her soft voice whispering into one of my ears while I lay on her thighs. If you love girls who doesn't abuse or be very aggressive to you every time you meet, that's your girl. The nips is a plus. Laura is a girl with a tough and cold personality until you crack the shell. It might be hard to do so since she is basically born for military purposes, but when you do so, you'll have the sweet and cute girl which aggressively loves you. But you might not be able to experience that because she is not hesitant to kill people she doesn't like. Chifuyu is a strict and stern woman, which explains her strength in combat. She's that teacher where she is super strict in class and very friendly outside of school. But hey, You'll barely see that if you're not a student at IS or when she's participating in a tournament. If you're casually seeing her, then you will see a normal alcoholic woman who is laid back and carefree. So depending on your situation, things can change. The only remaining obstacle course is Ichika himself. Okay, there's your contestants. Who will win the best girl in Infinite Stratos Season 1? Drumroll please. Charlotte! Do noise! That's a given. Chifuyu is close, but ultimately we saw more of Charlotte and her personality more than Chifuyu in this season. Maybe she has a better chance next time when I review Season 2, whenever that happens. So for this time, Charlotte will take Best Girl in Infinite Stratos because she doesn't beat Ichika for no reason. There's only one time she beat Ichika and it's deservable. So there you have it. I legit have nothing to say about this show. The show is pure trash. It is so bad, but I still love it. It's like a guilty pleasure show where you just sit back and relax while you see the most nonsensical characters beating each other because of love or something. I don't even know. Which is something I would love to watch when I was a teenager. If there's just a season of the girls bickering and fighting who gets my boy Ichika, I would highly recommend it. But the fact that it just tried to have a story really killed it for me in the show. Which makes sense because it was adapted from a light novel. And a novel should have a story. If it doesn't have a story, it's just... what's the point of reading it? But there is one question that hasn't been answered yet. Is it better than Dragon Crisis? No, not even close.